Your crypto in health. You want to know how crypto is working in health? We come to you every day with juicy news on wealth, wellness, and well being. We're broadcasting to you live from 1.4 degrees south of the equator and 37 degrees east of the central meridian. I like to tell you we're right in the cryptographic middle of the world. You're with me, Scholastica Mugi, and I'm coming to you at 1200 hours coordinated universal time UTC here on the Ubricoin channel. You're just in time. And we're calling you as a new argonaut for Africa to join us in steering the economies of Africa. We're guided by Annlee Saxenian, who described in her book, The New Argonauts 2006, about the role of the diaspora who traveled to America and returned from Silicon Valley to their home countries to support new industries in semiconductor. Now, in your case, you don't have to travel back and forth like Saxenian described about the argonauts of the 1990s and before. You let the information tech do the traveling for you through the internet and, of course, the blockchain economy, in this case, the Ubricoin. And this is why we're shilling UBN, because we know it helps you solve two fundamental problems: your retirement funds and education for your offsprings. Now, guys, a quick reminder that COVID-19 is literally in our hands. So every action that you take with your hands could either prevent you from contracting COVID-19 or it exposes you further to getting the disease. So let's keep washing our hands with soap and water, sanitizing with an alcohol-based sanitizer. We're wearing our mask every time we're in public, and of course, we are observing social distancing. Definitely, this is not the time to flout the guidelines. Let's keep following what we need to follow, guys. So shout out goes to lovely people: Grace, Naomi, Shiko, Irene, Susan, Barbara, Abed, Evans, Betty, JJ, Jojo, David, Muturu, Miss Kindness, Wachari Productions, Madam Beatrice Morango, Joyce of Seattle, Dr. Stephen Karanja, Mr. Mbuga Kimani, Kimani Kamal, Eglantin Lonperia, Romario, Producer Purity, Tom Pinch 254, Samuel Gatua, Brand Rakoi, Ian Mwangi, Jacob Yator, Archer Limo, Paul Njoroge, Jane Nelson, The Prince, Triza, Justin, Mohammed Ali, Global Trader, Ruth Owino, Jane Gashugu, Irene Kiaton, Engineer Masinga, the Comical Canadian, Mark Waweru, Stephen Opanga, Raja Usman, Veronica Mwangi, Justus Kimeli, Chiza, Charles Kea, Washira SM Pwani, Jane Washira, Lynn Washira, David Ogutu, Bishop Mackenzie, Isaac Ithua, Miriam Flower Moses, Pastor Zippy, Mr. Mbuthia, Jessica Daniel John, Alpha Nyota, Steve Nyabuto, Jason Gore, Wanjiko Kinuthia, Ibrahim Gitao, Felix, Sherry, Shali, Fred, Jojo Duke. Thank you so much for your continued support. Now, guys, our inspiration today comes from Matthew chapter 6, verse 34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own things. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Amen and amen. We leave it in God's hands. So on our COVID-19 term, we revisit personal protective equipment, or PPE. Next, on our crypto news segment, we talk about Ethereum being the best performing asset class of 2020. And on Ubrica today, we continue with the conversation of where to get the Ubricoins and how to keep actively trading with the Ubricoin. Now, let's begin with PPE, which again stands for personal protective equipment. And this is a specialized clothing or gear used to prevent contact with infectious or hazardous materials. PPE is used to protect healthcare workers from exposure to the coronavirus. And some of these things are gloves, gowns, surgical masks, respirators, face shields, and goggles. So those are the things, that is what is known as PPE, and it's mostly for our healthcare workers. And of course, what you want to do is to keep protecting yourself, because definitely with the current trend of COVID-19, rising infections and deaths are inevitable, as is evident here in Kenya. And we want to just look at what is happening. Currently, data from the Ministry of Health, that is as of yesterday, stands at 289,759 who have been tested. And out of that, 19,125 have tested positive for coronavirus. And thankfully, 8,021 have recovered. Sadly, we have lost 311 lives. So guys, these are not just numbers. We remind you, these are lives of our loved ones, our neighbors, our colleagues. So we need to be taking care of ourselves, even as we ask God to intervene on our behalf. Now, having said that, we can cross over to our crypto news segment. We're getting news on Cointelegraph by Samuel Hague, which headlines Ethereum is the best performing asset class of 2020. Now, the average performance across Ethereum-based assets has been a nearly 130% year-to-date, that's YTD, gain, according to data published by market data aggregator Misari. The data provides an overview of the 178 assets that currently exist on Ethereum, totaling a combined market capitalization of $63.7 billion, just shy of 20% of the entire crypto capitalization. Including stable coins, 124 of the assets have posted a YTD gain, meaning that 70% of Ethereum-based tokens have increased in value despite the shocks felt across the global economy amid the COVID-19 pandemic. So we're looking at Ethereum-based tokens having a gain, posting a year-to-date gain, and that's 130%. And this is according to market data aggregator Misari, which means it's good news to us here at Ubrica because, of course, as you know, our ERC20 token, UBN, is based on Ethereum, which means that the future for Ubricoin couldn't even be brighter. So we want you to be in this action. We want you to be in this space. And looking at what is happening in the markets today, we visit etherscan.io. And when you hit the exchange tab, you're going to find Phoenix Box is currently the leading exchange with the UBN ETH pair. We also have UBN ETH on Etherflyer. We're looking at UBN ETH on CryptLockX exchange coming in at that position. Then there is UBN Doge, UBN LTC, UBN BTC, UBN USDT, respectively in that order, coming in on Phoenix Box Exchange. So we want to see more action taking place, guys. Let's not tire in actually doing it. It's not about trying. You either do it or don't. So we are doing it for the Ubricoin. And of course, we want to see the prices for the Ubricoin gaining, going even further. And we want to also keep the 24-hour volume trading for the Ubricoin going even higher. So let's keep what we're doing and let's keep our hopes high because definitely we're headed in the right direction. So I've got to love you and leave you guys, and I'm leaving you today with a quote by an American business magnate, Steve Jobs. Design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. I repeat, design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. I have been your girl, Scholastica Muki. And until tomorrow, it is goodbye for now. Ciao.